That's awesome. Lee, how are you?
Oh, my old ass is beat up and worn out. I had to go get adjusted today.
Yeah.
No, it's good. I actually snuck over to Mary's yesterday, I think. Filled the candy bowl.
You also snuck out
Had
so
some
quick.
left, and I walked in there and I was like, oh my goodness, there's just hair and women everywhere. Lindsay was in the back, nodded at me. I held up the bag of candy, set it on the desk, and I was gone. I was like,
She's like, you may leave it. You come with
it's
chocolate.
like, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
But no, it's good. I'm glad we're thawing out. We were fortunate, never lost electricity. Boys are good. And I've got a pretty good size appointment coming up. So big fun.
Like
Big fun.
hours worth? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Right. Well, it'll depend on his skin, how long he can sit. We're probably going to spend anywhere from 2 to 4 hours drawing on him, and then probably 6 to 8 hours
So he has to
actually
be like a really
tattooing.
tough guy.
We'll see. We're about to find out.
Well, in the interest of full disclosure, we do have video, so you could probably see it. But Mary has the biggest hair ever.
That is so awesome.
And when she walks into a room where everyone's bald, you notice.
Well, you can tell Mary she's the one without the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the hat.
So I try and take care of that.
You do a good job, Mary.
Good, Mary. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Mr. John, how are you this evening, sir?
I'm doing very, very good. Very good.
Yeah. You can hear it. It took some adjustment to get his mic square, man, because John's got a voice from the depths, so to speak.
Yeah,
So
It's a
they
man's
say
voice.
It's really
Yeah.
low.
yeah, that's right.
I haven't heard it.
No,
That's your first time hearing it.
You will sing.
Yeah,
Have
for
you
some
ever
reason.
sang bass? Just curious.
I've sang once or twice
The structure can't take
yeah.
it.
at a church before. A time or two. I have. I still sing from the sound booth occasionally.
Cool.
But yeah. I do
Tell
sing
us
sometimes.
about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, I originally grew up in McCormick in Greenwood, upstate of South Carolina.
Okay.
Big agriculture engineering area. That's where I graduated from. I ended up in North Carolina. My dad was a deacon at a church. My future wife's grandfather pastored the church, so the deacon's kids and the preacher's kids get together. And
So you met Miss Angie at
well, see, our life is full of destiny. We actually met several times before that while I was a child, and we didn't even know it, at the time.
That's crazy how
Right.
that
Tease what I'm
happens.
talking about.
Yeah.
We were doing, I was in puppet and clown ministry, and we would go to churches and put on a vacation Bible school of sorts, for the church. And she happened to be at the church in Myrtle Beach, that we would go
Okay.
to. And then another time we had who was it? My preacher and a member of her congregation, they were related somehow. His daughter, yeah. Anyway, we went down and helped them move,
Okay.
and she was there at that time.
I gotcha. So y'all's paths have crossed numerous times
you
before
know,
you were husband and wife.
on a go-kart track. I wrecked her.
Okay.
Nice.
I'd like to hear what she has to say about that. No.
So it's like God was constantly trying to get y'all together.
Oh man,
At
the
some-
Creator's
at some
been
point.
all intertwined, forcing me to do things. Well, I don't know. He is anything is at His will.
Oh,
man.
yeah, absolutely.
brother.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. You want to hear God laugh? Tell him your plans.
Oh,
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
for real, man. Don't.
It's like-
oh man.
Wait just a minute. Yeah.
That's the ride I'm on now with this Red Friday.
Yeah. So we'll get there.
I don't
y'all-
want to get there yet.
Y'all
but
married in North Carolina, South Carolina?
in North Carolina.
In North
yes.
Carolina,
All right, check
okay.
this out. I got married in 1999. Had a son in January of 2000. House burnt down January of that year. I'm standing on the deck of a trailer in Fayetteville, North Carolina, wondering what I'm going to do. So I decide, to go to work for the Army. At that time.
Okay. All right.
All my friends were in the military. I went to the recruiting station with a retired Special Forces Lieutenant Colonel.
Cool.
My whole goal was to be a combat engineer. That was my whole goal in the whole thing. Like, I just want to, maybe I can take something out of that, leave the military,
Right. Yeah.
Go
Have a
Build
career.
bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bridges and things,
Build
build
stuff.
buildings and things.
Yeah.
of that
Absolutely. I got
nature.
you.
That didn't happen though.
They had other plans.
Well, I ended up going 11 Bravo
There
and
you go.
all the works that
Yeah.
go with the grunt lifestyle.
yeah. So you were all wrapped up in the GWAT.
Yeah, for sure. Global war on terrorism. I actually didn't find out about 9/11 until 2 days later in a Stars and Stripes, and I was on the side of a mountain in Europe.
Okay. So you got it delayed.
Yeah, my wife is at home in Germany, freaking out in bomb holder, probably. I don't know what was going on. I was like, okay.
So
this
were
is
y'all
what's
doing
happening.
training or?
We were training out there, shooting from mountain to mountain with Bradleys, doing some crazy off the wall stuff. It's pretty nice training. I enjoyed it very much.
Right.
But it changed almost instantly. They started ramping things up. I don't know where y'all were on 9/11, but in Europe, they moved Abram tanks to the gates. They had full-blown infantry platoons.
Everybody in
Guarding.
battle rattle and
Oh yeah, it was
being
very
prepared
intense.
for
Yeah,
The unknown.
you don't know what's going to happen. But our show of force was pretty intense.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Where I was at the time, they were flying sorties out of that particular Air Force base on a regular basis. I mean, normally you'd see 3 or 4 take off, land throughout the day, and it probably went to 25, 30
Yeah, they escalated pretty quick.
pretty quickly. Yeah, they had bombers in the air nonstop. And
Here in America,
yeah.
I always wondered what happened here. I always go back and look at the news because I don't know.
Well, I don't think this was on the news. It was just the city I was living in and where
That's
I
what
was at.
happening.
Yeah.
There locally.
They had 52s there, A-10s, and the A-10s, they were packing those up, loading them on train cars or where they
Moving
were
'em
doing
out.
flying, but the B-52s were up in the air.
Staying up.
They were not on the ground.
Right. What about you, Mary? Where were you at when you
I was
found out?
in was 8th grade.
I was going to say third grade.
I was going to say, no. Actually, I think it's a few years back. Yeah.
God, I feel old.
Coach Poe's science class. We were sitting in class. and
Right.
all of a sudden, our principal comes on the intercom and she's like, y'all get in the gymnasium. But I mean, Provençal, 300
Yeah.
kids max. We all packed it out. But they roll the TV card in, and we're all kind of like watching the news. And I mean, as a kid, that was scary because
Yeah.
it was just like, is that going to happen here? Like,
Right.
is it coming to my home?
Right. Well, Provençal, Louisiana, I don't think is on
Yeah,
a
I don't think
strategic
it's-
map
yeah.
for
No.
any
Yeah.
country.
No.
And when you
Y'all
said
want the
300
dollar
people,
store?
that wasn't in your class. That was the whole school.
No, that was like the whole school.
Yeah, that's everybody, including teachers.
yeah.
Definitely a culture shock when I went to Natchitoches Central because it was like 2,500 students. And it was just like, I want to go home now.
So my story is, I was pulled into a gas station to fill up with fuel, and it's like walking into a bar off of Star Wars. It's like everybody was different in there, but
Right.
the TV was on, and people were looking at it, and it's like everybody was just stopped, and I was like, I just want to pay for my stuff and get out.
Right.
And so I walk in there and I'm like, what is everybody looking at? And I see kind of what's happening. And I'm kind of paying, and the guy behind the counter is a Pakistani, and the guy next to me is an older black gentleman, and the lady behind me, she didn't speak any English. She's a little Spanish lady, and it was me and like 4 or 5 other people in there, and we're like, like I said, it's like the bar in Star Wars, and we all just kind of turn and start watching. But at that time, it seemed like everything was in a freeze, and
I
we
was
all
about to say.
became kind of all of us came American, no matter
Together,
what,
no
together.
matter what background.
And then
yeah.
we started talking and conversating. I stayed in that gas station for probably 30 minutes just talking to everybody.
Well, that's one thing I do remember. That next day, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing an American flag.
Right.
They were on people's houses, on bumper stickers, on businesses. I mean, it was like a unifying.
Right.
People were pissed. I mean, they were scared.
Yeah.
But people were upset.
Well, if it was a psyop, it really worked well. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
Yeah,
Right.
there's a lot of
It-
conspiracies to that.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
well, jet fuel don't burn hot enough to melt steel. So
No.
Wait a minute.
Let's talk about Building 7. No, I'm kidding. We'll go down that rabbit hole later.
yeah. So you joined the military. Where'd you go to basic at?
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Fort Benning. Okay. And then that's when the tours
I
started.
went to the recruiting station. I was like, I just want to go as far away from here as you can send me. You know,
Like
I
nobody
gotcha.
ever
and I
asked for
want
that.
to be able to take my wife and my kid with my son with me. Is what I told them.
That was
They're
the
like,
motivation.
all right, we're going to send you to Europe. You know, I didn't know.
How old were you?
21 at the time.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I get to Europe. After this is the whole man, I lost a whole duffel bag of knives,
Mm.
like flying into Europe.
Mm.
Okay, flying into Frankfurt, Germany.
They took 'em?
They took my knives.
Oh, yeah.
And I want them knives back, but
It's
somehow
like I still
maybe,
think about that.
you know. Well, it was a duffel bag of knives,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, that they took from an American soldier. You
That's
know,
crazy.
I didn't know any difference, you know.
Yeah.
Flying in there, and they took them. I didn't give them no problem or anything, you know. But I had a blast in Europe. Europe's a different army.
Right.
You know, it's a lot close knit family.
That's what Chuck was saying.
You know, you become brothers with these people.
They truly have community over there.
It's a different army. You know, I've been in both armies. You know, here in America and there, and I tried to bring what I knew there because I was a baby there. You know, that's where I learned everything, and I tried to bring it here. You know, everywhere I went, you know, I tried to do that.
Did it work?
Yeah, for the most part, man.
That's good.
I succeeded as a leader, man. Like, and it's a cheat code to that if
Right.
you don't know it. You know, you surround yourself with great people.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Easiest thing in the world. to
There's
do.
no lone wolf.
No. You
You
surround
gotta have a pack,
yourself
bro.
with you surround. You know, like I was telling Lee, we were talking earlier about things. You surround yourself with the best. If you need like in my situation, I needed a marksman, you know, a machine gunner, a grenadier, and I needed 2 of them, and then I needed people to run those, you know. And you create you a team, and you see other people. They see what you're doing, and you make them want that.
Right. They try to mimic that.
Yeah, they need to emulate that. You know, they need to
Emulate, that's
feel
good.
that.
Yeah.
They want that. You know, they want to do that. It's a cheat code, man.
They want to be a
Really,
part
I
of
feel
it.
like I mean, it's really easy to me.
Right.
You know, and I just talk to people, you know, real quick. But I'm gonna tell you, there's a creator in it all. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
weaving. You know,
It
through
was.
all, man.
It's funny you said that. We were up here last night working, and Josh and Cody and I were talking. When Cody and I started doing this, we had no idea what it would become. There was no game plan. There was no whiteboard of objectives. It was just him and I shooting the shit, laughing, joking, cutting up, talking about tattoos. Meet Mary, meet Josh, and this thing just kind of organically grew. And now there's politicians wanting to come on, and you know,
Yeah, a whiteboard would help though. Like 'cause sometimes we get so
God
we're
really
like,
will.
we need to connect the dots.
Right.
You know, he'll put the people in the places you need to be. You know, it's just a
Oh,
matter
100%,
of
100%.
you know. And Cody and I have been like, no, this is what we're doing. This is what we would have been too stupid to get out of our own way.
Yeah,
It's
man,
like,
step back.
yeah, just let it happen. Just let it flow.
John, I've got a question for you though, because
you got?
as a war fighter, and obviously you kind of know what's going on. How do you feel about your service and the politics of it? Looking back on it, and what you were fighting for, and where you were fighting, and the people you were fighting.
Well, I didn't understand why the oil fields were on fire whenever we were riding up north into Baghdad. Why are we burning that? What happened there? I thought we were supposed to send in people to protect them. That made more sense. I don't know, man.
So they
I honestly
weren't on
try to-
fire already?
What's that?
They weren't on fire when y'all got there?
Oh, yeah, man, dude, you know how I got into Baghdad? They took, I was with 1st Armored Division, 1/6 Infantry Regiment. We took, the whole plan of that invasion was for us to go through Turkey and 3rd ID to come up through Kuwait like normal. Well, Turkey cut us off, so we had stuff on boats, in the ocean, sitting there that had to wait. It prolonged the invasion, actually, probably a little bit. But they move around, they get our stuff off, they put our stuff on hets. You know what a het is?
Mhm.
All right, so now you got a Bradley. Picture this on a het that can run 60 to 70, miles an hour, rolling north through a country, and you got a Bradley on the back of it. Wow. Imagine hundreds of those.
Right.
So, you can take over a country in an instant.
Yeah.
But the politics, man, I don't know. There's other people that ran that country better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iraq, there's other people that ran that country better.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and you're just following orders. You don't get to control the information flow. You don't get to control the
Well,
the people
Saddam
in leadership.
Hussein's sons were the
Uday and Hussein.
gangsters, man.
Yeah, right.
Like they were
Yeah.
the streets, of Baghdad and
Yeah.
other people.
So how long were
places.
you in Germany?
4 years, a little over 4 years, right? 4 years.
So, and you deployed to
I was in Macedonia first. We went to Kaz, a little place called Camp Able Century.
Right.
Over there. It was in and out that Bosnian, Kosovo, whole Balkans incident.
right.
Pretty fun time down there.
Your definition of fun and mine are not the same.
Like to live on the edge.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
One conflict to the next.
Yeah, but we had already these are the same guys, especially during the invasion, we could read each other's minds, almost.
Right.
Yeah, we're locked
doing
in.
urban combat and things of that nature. Training ramps up. They even one time I remember they tried to give us some kind of separation pay, from being away from our wives for so long. And they looked at the dates and they were like, no, let's not fill out this form.
That's too many days.
Yeah, man. Whenever you're missing, what was it, baby? Probably 200 plus days a year.
Damn.
Just in training
Damn.
or doing something else. But I believed in it and we believed in it.
Right.
We were warriors, that's what we were signed up for. We knew what we were getting into. Everybody did in the back of their minds,
Right.
Right.
regardless of what they thought. You've seen a war movie here and there. You know what infantrymen do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, growing up in the military environment, military bases, I'd always
I love those
heard
stories too, man.
if,
your dad's a rock star.
yeah, if they wanted you to have a wife and child, they'd issue you one.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I've tried to
Otherwise-
drag mine everywhere. For 26 years, man, she's hung it out.
She's been the rock, huh?
Oh, bro.
That's
Hard.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. Well, that saying is true. For a successful man, that woman's not far.
There better be a Viking woman behind.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
has to be. Yeah.
And
Well,
what's crazy is that he got all this training and he went and trained and did all the things to know what he needed to do. She's at home with no training,
away from family,
by herself,
strange environment.
right?
There's
And
no manual for the
and
wives.
doing her thing on her own with nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So-
The only thing the wives have are the other wives.
Other wives, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I remember our mama, just having to wing it, figure it out.
Well, that's like Chuck's wife, talking about
Yeah.
how
How much
they
she
kind of
leaned on
became
the
a little
women.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that they checked on each other and stuff like that. Because when we do have military women come in to get their hair done, I had a lady that came in. She brought 2 babies in with her, and I felt just terrible. But she has nobody here.
Yeah.
And I feel the same as a mother. Like, I'm just not going to let anybody watch my kids.
Right.
And
Yeah, you got
there's
some
a-
empathy
yeah,
for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was at one point she's rocking both babies and I'm trying to cut the hair, but that's okay. We'll
Right.
get it done.
That's
I
right.
understand your predicament that you're in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody deserves a good hair day.
Well, I know my kids are suffering without a female in the home. I mean, my oldest would tell me, he's like, Dad, I wish you'd start dating. I really need a mom. Because I don't know how to do it.
Right.
I'm like,
You're
you
like,
fell
are you
down,
bleeding?
you're bleeding, you're alive, get up. Quit crying about it. I mean, the whole thing. Well, I feel like it doesn't matter how you feel. Get that out of your system.
You're still
Push it
breathing.
down.
Yeah.
You've got to provide and protect. Get after it.
So I was about to say,
Put
and
them
that
fe-
can be a mom trait too, because I'm that
You
mom.
tuck them feelings way deep,
Yeah.
deep down. You bury them things.
It's like my little girl, if I pet her on the other day, she comes up to me, there's nothing on her hand. A mosquito bite, I want sugar. I'm like, girl, I cannot do this every 5 seconds, So usually, yeah, I'm the type, are you bleeding? Is it broke? Keep on trucking, okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Wrap it up.
So you went to Iraq first, or Afghanistan?
Iraq.
And you were in Germany when you got deployed to Iraq.
Yes. We hit some museums on the way up,
Right.
Oh, I'm
protecting the
interested.
museums because they looted them. They were looting everything there.
Oh, I imagine.
In the meantime.
Yeah.
So did y'all move things from these museums, or is the artifact still there?
I don't know. I hung out on the outside
Yeah.
of the museum,
Yeah. I
Your
heard
concern was not what was on the
Yeah.
inside.
I was about to say he was getting all the culture he wanted.
from outside the door, huh?
And sharing our culture.
I was just curious,
Y'all need
like,
some freedom.
because usually.
I mean, we went inside the museum, of
Yeah.
course, and
Yeah.
cleared the museum, but there was really nothing left of a lot of them.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, they really like their copper over there, just like they do.
They like
Yeah.
it here.
Shit. It's just this copper's 6,000 years old.
Mhm, yeah.
From your perspective, do you think we left it better than when we got there?
Putting money in there, making their economy larger by a little bit. They probably squandered it by now. I mean, ISIS run through there. It's
Yeah.
a whole nother. It's like repaving
Yeah.
almost.
It's like you get rid of one, and then there's this other
It's a
one.
huge vacuum over there. There always has to be something.
And somebody's going to feel that vacuum. I mean, that's how that whole tribal.
That's how you destabilize a region,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you create the chaos, and then you create the vacuum, and then you can control the factions a lot easier. People are very easily bought off and coerced with violence.
I hate that people love chaos that much.
Well,
Chaos brings change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
I think
it's
it's on
the
our dollar
carrot of the
bill.
stick.
Yeah.
It really is the carrot of the stick. If they want you to do something, they're going to offer you an incentive. Hey, this is going to make your life easier. It's going to make your life better. Here's some money. Fast cars, beautiful, whatever it is. They're going to find what makes you tick. And if they can't do it with the carrot, then you're going to get the stick.
Or the underage girls on the island?
Well,
Yeah, or that, yeah.
Yeah.
But, and the stick usually comes with a pretty
Chaos.
serious pounding. Yeah. I mean, so,
B-52 stick.
yeah. And, better or worse, I'm sure it really depends on your perspective as to who you are, where you're at in that society and that culture. So how long were you in Iraq?
So we get to 15, 16 months, I think.
Damn.
That time I come back to with a 6-month-old daughter. You know, that time I had to put my name in a hat in front of 300 and something other soldiers, you know, and we're all hoping to get like a flight home.
Wow.
And there's only 2 flights, you know.
No
my
shit.
God.
And I'm
Like two
like,
seats?
yeah.
2 seats out of 300 dudes.
Yeah, man.
And you
it
won?
No.
Oh.
He's
No,
like,
bro.
no.
I didn't see my daughter till she was 6 months old.
Oh, wow.
They got pictures of us in Stars and Stripes. I remember me holding her, you know, for the first time.
6 months old.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. See, and that's the price the military family pays. Nobody sees.
And I tell all the military wives that come in before they leave, like y'all are doing something I could not.
Right.
Like, I love my husband. I love him being home every night. I love my children. I love the family unit. And I just, what they sacrifice is just astounding to me.
If
you
I'm
know?
not home by 9 o'clock every night, my wife locks the door.
So
So,
you can find your own way in.
yeah,
You got to crawl through a window.
Does she take the Haida key too?
she just changes the code.
I got you.
Damn.
I think my wife had a blast in Europe. She wrecked the Yukon, like side swiped it on the way to the hospital, you know.
She was getting it.
Yeah.
So
Well, is it different? Well, I may be wrong on that. I had a blonde moment. Don't they drive on different side of the
Not
road
in
there?
Germany.
No, okay.
Not in Germany. You can just go fast.
So I was like, I'd have
Real
probably
fast.
had that problem too.
All right, so how fast does a Yukon go?
It can go one.
180.
it was
But
labor
it was on
fast.
ice at that time.
Oh,
I was going to say
She
118.
was wrapping it out.
It was labor fast.
Right, labor
That's how
fast.
fast it
Yeah,
was.
very, very fast.
guess the question is, how fast does it go sideways?
Oh, yeah.
It was 30 minutes away.
Oh,
wow.
man. Wow.
Driving myself.
She made it in 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could, 15.
That's crazy. So you're in Iraq. You get to come home, see your daughter. They send you back.
No, I had signed a contract before that to go to Texas, even before the invasion.
Oh, okay.
You know, I
All
wanted
right.
to get it. You know, I mean, I was done with Europe. You know,
Yeah.
I actually wanted to go back later, but never happened. So I took a bonus, you know, to go to Texas, not knowing what I was fixing to walk into. Honestly, you know.
Right.
But I do the invasion. We go up there. We do a couple things. I got to go to Iskandariyah, Iraq. They have a thermal power plant there. We would run around this plant doing PT because you had to stay in shape. You're in
Right.
combat. You know, you still got to stay in shape. And we're down there, and we're doing PT, and like there was literally 200 yards where these cables run across. And whenever you're running underneath them, all the hair on your body stood up, and you got like this tingling,
Like an electromagnetic.
like I'm a superhero feeling.
Those were vitamins.
Okay, yeah, and sometimes, you know, you'd hear the mortar, you know, come in the distance or something and hit you. You know,
Damn.
very exciting time
Can I ask what rank you were at this point?
during that time. Okay. I'm going to tell you my rank. I really don't share this with a lot of people. I'm going to tell you my story and my rank. Okay. So,
You're fixing to tell everybody.
oh, yeah, everybody's fixing to hear it. Okay. And I mean, it's me, man. I'm an open book, man. If you want to know something, come ask me. You know, I think I was an E4. Okay. So I was a specialist, got promoted to the corporal, you know, to E4.
Right.
All right. And then, I had an incident that caused me to lose that corporal status. But 2 weeks later, they had to stand me back up there and promote me to sergeant, you know,
Nice.
which was very awesome.
So you skipped rank? You went.
No, I went from private to private first class to specialist, but I was specialist at this time. And I got promoted to E5, and then we moved to Iskandariyah down near the thermal power plant. Yeah.
Okay.
And the lions that y'all hear them talking about, all the time, hey, these are some lions. Those were my pet lions, by the way. I do have pictures of them. I lived literally 100 yards away from those lions. A male one, 2 females, and like 8 cubs. They were the best.
That's
the male wouldn't let me come around them very much, but we would bring Humvees up there at night with headlights, and visit the lions.
That's cool. man.
That's really cool.
That
That's
would have
awesome.
that would have been
Yeah,
definitely sat in the passenger seat.
Mary's
Windows
like,
rolled up.
I'd like to
Yeah.
see the lions, but I'm not leaving the vehicle.
Yeah.
I think my parents ruined me whenever I was a child. They took me to a Discovery Place. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's great for children's science and things. But at this particular time, they were holding like this 20-foot boa constrictor.
Oh God.
Okay.
Right.
It's like this big around, black with, I'm like, so fascinated, and I go up there and I get to hold this big thing. And so from then on, almost anywhere I've been on this earth, I've been able to walk up to zebras. And my brother's monkey, who lives in Texas, loves me to death.
Your
He's got a
brother has a
monkey.
monkey.
Oh, bro, it's the best, man. He comes and he loves on me,
You
man.
can have them in Texas.
These lions would love on me, hug me, things of that.
Yeah.
They pet them,
You're talking about big snakes. When we lived in Panama, we went to a natural reserve, and they had an anaconda in there. And, I was a kid, so it seemed much bigger but this thing was huge. And they got it because the Panamanian forces were driving across the isthmus, and they're, in deuce and a halves. And they thought a log had fallen across the road.
It
A
was
tree
that
had
big.
come down, and they couldn't drive over it. Well, they got out to move this log and realized it's this anaconda.
It moved when I tried to move it. Huh?
Yeah, so it was multiple men to pick this thing up and move it. I mean, you're talking about eyeballs, the size
That's
of,
crazy.
it's huge. So this enclosure they had it in, it was this huge swimming pool, and they had just fed it a goat.
Wow.
When we got to go see it, and it, you think, yeah, big snake, but to see one in person that size,
You don't realize how powerful they are.
yeah,
too.
I mean, it looked like
They'll wrap
something
you
out
up.
of a movie.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, that's. I've seen big anacondas before. 8 feet, 7 feet, 9 feet. No, this thing's. I think at the time it was like the second or third largest snake they had found in the world. It was
Wow.
like 28
Gives me
feet or
chills.
32 feet. I don't remember what
There's
it
some
was.
green ones, green anacondas at the Riverbank Zoo where they used to be. Maybe still now. We'd have to Google it. But at the Riverbank Zoo in South Carolina, in Columbia, there was 2 of them there, I believe. Massive
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah, and in our society, it's pretty much we see wildlife here because we have apex predators. But imagine living in a thatch rainforest hut.
where you're the prey.
Yeah, yeah,
And
You
a
are being
dragon
hunted.
comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hoping you have a goat to feed it
yeah,
instead of a kid.
yeah, exactly,
Sacrifice.
exactly.
They feed it 2 Tom
burgers.
Brady's a week.
Because something's getting eaten.
Yeah.
Some burgers.
Yeah, give us some burgers.
Yeah.
That's
Lord
it,
have
Josh. Do
mercy.
you have anaconda burgers?
Don't have anaconda. Have Sasquatch.
Sasquatch burgers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Nice. So you and your family moved to Texas.
Yeah, we moved to Texas. Very interesting. They take these leaders, okay, who have already been to combat somewhat, and then they get like 100 brand new privates from Fort Benning, and they're like, go to war, train them up within a year, and basically go to war. They put us with one of the greatest captains I've ever had the privilege of working with, Captain Mark Payne. He lost his life during this deployment, and I believe because we were so good at what we were doing, the enemy recognized us by numbers on the side of vehicles, most likely, and they would target us during that deployment. And which led to a very hard deployment. I describe it as a meat grinder,
Right.
you know, and I try to tuck that one away in a box that I rarely open.
Right. They
You know.
started, I guess, doing intel on their own, had their own intelligence, and started figuring out on their own how to.
Who was
Oh,
who?
100%,
Right,
man.
and
They have their own just like we do.
Right,
you
and
know.
then they would set kind of, y'all were at that point more or less, I'm just guessing, you're more or less in a defensive posture, waiting for something to happen,
No, we were
and then
all
they were setting the battle pace.
No,
Okay.
we were on the offensive for this time frame. We did stop whenever they were like, "Hey, we're not doing offensive I mean, people were moving around, of course, but we wasn't really moving. During the second tour, they were pushing people out. It was they needed to push people out, but we wanted to go after the money.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
who was financing all
Right.
this? You know,
Where we yeah.
and manipulate that as much as we could.
Right.
That makes sense. So how the second deployment? How long were you in
A year,
theater?
12 months.
12
Yeah,
months
they
in
gave us-
theater. Wow.
Yeah, there was no need for it. They had gotten a good rotation plan down,
I got you.
you know, with battalions or brigades and divisions, which made it real easy, you know.
Right.
Came back. I was at a tipping point once I came back.
Just when you're in Texas.
Yeah. I had a tipping point where I continue, you know, being a warrior and continue doing what I'm doing, or I take a small break and take a small break.
How old were your kids at this time?
Oh man,
Oh, young still. Okay,
they were still young in
babies. Yeah,
Texas.
She said
Yeah.
5 or 7, so
Yeah,
nobody
real
heard
young,
that.
9
Young
and
ones.
under, 10 and under. For
yeah.
sure.
Anything under 10's a baby to me.
Yeah, 10 and under for sure. But I had actually Mark had got me an interview with General Petraeus to do the PSD, you know, and I, you know, wanted to do that, continue basically land back in Texas, do a turnaround, and come right back in the theater, and I turned that down. You know, I decided I would rather strengthen my family. Even more, you
Yeah.
know, and take a break. And I went and taught hand grenades at Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Something less risky.
Right.
We're going to
All the
strengthen the family with
things.
hand grenades.
Daddy could die any day, but
You know, so I got to move back home. You know, I got to spend a lot of time
Awesome.
with my parents, my in-laws. You know, my kids got to see their grandparents and things of that nature while we were
They got to see their dad.
stationed
say
there.
that
Yeah,
to
man,
make
I was home every
memories.
night.
Yeah.
You know, but for most nights, yeah.
Right.
You know, it was a blast.
I definitely love that you choose like edgy, fun downtimes. Like I
So
need
you gotta look at
downtime.
it. I was young at this time, and I'm like, all right, if I'm doing this job, and people that know me really know me, I become passionate about something, anything. It could be puzzles. It could be a numismatist. You know, I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Feel that.
You know.
I can attempt it, but,
But
don't know
I'm
if I'll
gonna,
finish it.
if I'm in this realm, if I'm a numismatist, then I have the magnifying glass, and I'm learning. I'm going to school to be a numismatist. You know, whenever
I don't even know what that is.
a person who studies coins,
Oh, okay.
you know,
So whatever you're into,
so
you're going to
whatever
dive
I'm
into. it.
I'm in it.
100%.
All right, my class I used to give for the hand grenade range, there's probably thousands of kids I gave this class to. I used to begin my class with raise your hand if you're scared. and it would always be, you know, some small person, you know,
Yeah.
don't know, and I made them be my volunteer.
Right.
You know, and I built confidence in that person,
Yeah.
you know, through that.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
good building confidence. Honestly, it is.
It is, but I enjoyed the grilling and the fun times, the Thunder days at Fort Jackson. It was a good downtime.
Right. So y'all took a break, went back home, got acquainted with the extended family. Did you go back to Texas?
No, I went back. I went to Kansas at this time.
Oh, okay.
So we're
All right.
traveling, bro. Man, I joined the Army
Right.
to see
Right.
things.
Yeah.
I want to see everything out there for free, obviously, and they're paying me to move around. You know.
Well, it's not for free. You're paying a price for it.
Yeah. I'm having fun the whole time, but
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing a lot of time, energy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, things of that nature, but enjoying it as much as I could.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. How long were y'all in Kansas?
4 years.
4 years.
He's got to check with the secretary.
Oh yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Keeping
Well,
timelines
yeah.
of
Hey,
everything.
keep up
TBI
hey,
is a
I get
real-
it. You know,
real
it's a
thing.
blur. If it didn't happen yesterday, I'm right there with him. I don't remember it.
That's
I
right.
mean, it all gets kind of lost in the wash.
Right.
You know.
Now,
Well, you can tell who's the anchor, right?
obviously. Yeah, so we moved to Kansas, and this is a wonderful state. I don't know if y'all have ever
I've driven through it.
been there and
Never.
spent some time. Junction City, it's like a central Kansas area, you know.
Right.
The Potawatomi Indians and motorcycles.
Yeah. The one thing I remember about Kansas, I did work a tattoo convention there.
Corn.
Well, yeah, there is lots of corn. I ran into the corn when I went to see my brother up in Minnesota. But at this tattoo convention, I was like, okay, right now I'm in Kansas City, Kansas, and now I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. How does this work? I mean, it kind
There
of
were no
blew
names
my mind.
available.
Right.
It's like, okay, let's find the border and we're going to build a city on it. You know, so same city, different states.
Different states. That's right.
Yeah,
My
that
mama
kind of
was
blew my mind.
born. What's the fort in Kansas?
Leavenworth,
Fort Riley.
Fort Riley, Kansas.
Fort Riley,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we were.
Fort Riley, Kansas.
I live right outside one of the gates there, across the bridge. It would snow. I'd go out there, hit the garage, and I'd lift the garage up, and it would just be
Just
snow.
snow. Yeah.
Man,
Go open the door, snow. Close the door. Hey, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
right?
I'm not,
I'm not shoveling
I'm
no
not
snow.
digging my way out of the
Right.
house.
And then
I can't even imagine that. I've never had to do that.
Right?
A little bit of panic, I'm afraid, would set in. Like, I'm in here. Like,
There was no Netflix then.
No.
no.
There's no Netflix and chill. It's dig and
No,
furrow and
that's
shovel and watch it
I
snow.
know
back
when the
up
electricity went off, I was like, no, I can't even scroll on TikTok to make the hours fly by.
and Mary's suffering because there's no
Yeah.
internet.
I was like, babe, you better get that generator up and running right now.
yeah, so at this time, you know, they're still hunting for Osama. You know,
Okay,
they're
right.
still hunting Osama bin Laden down, you know, for whatever reason. You know,
So now we're in a different theater.
well, they've been hunting him the whole time.
Yeah.
you know, obviously. But now it's my turn to go to train some guys up. Now this is where I kind of manipulated. If they listen to this, they're probably going to laugh. But I manipulated the system, you know, because we're a mechanized infantry unit
Right.
with 1st Infantry Division, and you have Bradleys, you know, and not many people know Bradleys. I'm a master at it, you know. That's what I grew up on, you know, big old mechanized machine. And so to be good, you know, everybody wants good ranking. So Sergeant J, go teach these people, you know. Now I'm on a Bradley. But now, like, the goal, the objective, the mission is Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Bradleys in Afghanistan.
Right.
So I have to convince these ground pounders to be a driver, be a gunner, you know, on these machines. And all they want to do is be on the ground, you know, and you know, do infantry squad tactics.
They start
that
getting
way.
claustrophobic when you.
Oh my gosh, man, it's hard to convince people, and like some of them were like, No, and I'm like inviting them over to my house for dinner, you know, and I'm like, hey, look, I need you to do this so that we can, because here's the squad. This is what I want, you know, and they're like, no, I hate the Bradley. No, you know, I'm a leg or whatever. And I'm like, come on, man, it's not about that. You know, we're going to Afghanistan. I want this, you know.
Yeah.
And I had to convince them, you know, to do this.
So you manipulated them,
Had to.
right?
Had to get what I wanted.
Like
Some
you
of them
give me no
wanted. Some of them
choice.
wanted to work for me too.
Right.
Well, I have a cousin, Bradley, and he's easily manipulated.
Sometimes they are with chocolates.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I tell you what, we need to take a quick break, pay some bills, so we will be right back with more of Leesville Tattoos and Views.
All right.
Whenever you're ready to be bold, it's time for Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor. Call 337-404-1703. Find them on Facebook or book your appointment through Vagaroo. Whether it's a beautiful cut, the perfect color, or just a fresh update, Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor has you covered. They're right behind Domino's in Leesville at 1614 South 5th Street. And remember, be good to your hair. You wear it every single day. That's Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor in Leesville. Call 337-404-1703 today.
Let's be honest, you don't want to spend money in a business that smells like an armpit or a dipsty dumpster. Here at Leesville Tattoo, we keep the shop smelling great with the help of Christie's candles. They're so strong, we rarely light them. We just open the lids and let them do their magic. Do your nose and your company a favor. Open some of Christie's candles around your place and make living peaceful a priority. Christie's candles available exclusively at Leesville Tattoos.
Carrie Joe Photo Co. is the only choice when you're serious about preserving those special moments that only happen once in a lifetime. Weddings, engagements, graduations, grand openings, organizations, and events. Carrie Joe Photo Co. are the professionals. Need your event filmed? At Carrie Joe Photo Co., it's not a problem. With hundreds of special events, thousands of painstaking creative hours, and millions of beautiful moments and memories captured, Carrie Joe Photo Co. has all the experience you require when nothing less than the best will do. 337-591-1748. 337-591-1748. Carrie Joe Photo Co. on social media and kmphotoandfilm.com. Don't wait till it's too late to preserve your moment forever with Carrie Joe Photo Co. 337-591-1748 and kmphotoandfilm.com. That's Carrie Joe Photo Co.
Hey y'all, it's Carrie Jo and welcome to the Truth Serum. Life is loud, messy, and a little crazy sometimes, and too often it feels like nobody's really hearing us. Like we're talking, but the world's not listening. On top of that, we're surrounded by negativity that tears us down when what we really need is more honesty, more support, and more real conversations that lift us up. So that's what we're doing here. The subjects that feel too dark or off limits, we're talking about them. Those uncomfortable moments you found yourself in and thought, I can't be the only one, we're talking about it. The dangerous, the taboo, the things people would rather sweep under the rug, we're talking about those too. Unfiltered, unashamed, unapologetic, and authentic. This is where the truth lives and where we can finally say the things we've been holding back. So pull up a chair, hit play, and let's talk about it on the Truth Serum with Carrie Jo.
There we go. Welcome back into Leesville Tattoos and Views. Again, we started without you, but welcome back in. And we've got a very special guest in with us. And again, thank you everyone for being here. So I guess we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah, so you're stationed in Kansas, wife, kids, everybody's in Kansas.
Oh yeah.
You're training hand grenades, weapons.
Just training nonstop, light and mechanized. We're still a mechanized unit at the time, but we're training light in preparation to go to Afghanistan for sure.
Right. So you kind of knew terrain, mountains, weather. I mean, y'all knew what y'all were y'all were bringing these Bradleys into, huh?
Well, we weren't going to bring the Brads.
I gotcha.
You wouldn't bring a Bradley to
Makes sense.
Afghanistan. We went in there a lot. We got picked up MRAPs whenever we got there.
Gotcha.
Things of that nature, the new 4-wheel,
Right. Yeah.
whatever them things are.
Yeah. How long were you in Kansas before you hit Afghanistan?
Oh man, 2 years,
2
I
years.
believe. Yeah, and I took that 2 years to build my team.
I gotcha.
I believe I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Convincing,
Yeah,
manipulating.
convincing, manipulate. I had to learn the schemes and how to read people and
Right.
learning what they wanted, and I needed this, and I needed people that were unquestionably loyal. Like I don't know if I'm a pirate at heart.
Right.
So your loyalty and things of that nature mean the world to me.
Yeah.
And so I had to build people like from Texas, from West Virginia, New York. I had a couple people from Florida, all over, different backgrounds and things of that nature. Some adrenaline junkies, some just doing it for the country,
Yeah.
yeah. Others for college and things of that nature, once you get down in the private ranks. But I built me a good team, and I convinced them to get on these Brads and go shoot well, and qualify
Right.
on these Brads, because units have to qualify to meet,
Yeah.
check the block to go to combat or go to war.
Yeah. They're not going to put you on something you don't know how to use or you're no good at it.
No, even though we weren't even going to take these things, you still had to stay qualified.
Right. I gotcha.
In case you were sent or something happened.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the world,
Yeah. Absolutely.
theater, so we get to Afghanistan, and actually, they're hunting Osama at this time. And I believe they catch him I think the first day I landed in Afghanistan, and I get to Kandahar, and it might have been the first or second day, I don't know. But do y'all know the story about all that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the whole team's gone, right? Y'all know that now, right?
Yeah.
That whole, except for the guy who,
Yeah. The shooter.
the shooter.
Yeah. Everybody else has
They
passed.
were bringing that Chinook across the airport there with two other Chinooks, and the blown up Chinook, the one where the guy, I believe,
Right.
RPG'd the bottom of that Chinook, that they were on. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, like, this is it, like right here. This is the heartbeat of their, whatever, their agenda,
Yeah.
whatever their course of action is. Yeah, I feel it here, very strongly,
You could just tell the
Yeah.
air was different. Huh?
I was literally about to say that.
Oh yeah, man, and the terrain. There's some hard people up there.
Oh, yeah. You have to be to live in that environment. I mean, they fought Russia for what, 20 years or something? and
Afghanistan has been called the place where empires die.
die. Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody that's tried to
I
invade
enjoyed
Afghanistan.
it. It was the perfect setup.
Right.
I really don't know what my agenda was during that time frame. It was kind of a conquer land, give it back up sometimes thing.
They just had you going and leaving and going and leaving.
I mean, it was fun traveling, around. I really enjoyed that. I got to see parts of the Roman Empire that are still there.
Wow.
I got pictures of that somewhere. Very, very interesting things around there. A lot of history.
Yeah, ancient
Is
culture.
there.
And
Very, very ancient. A lot of it, you can tell, is covered by ruin,
Right.
but it's still there,
wow.
That's cool, man.
So
You used to
how
be an archaeologist.
yeah. Yeah. How long were you in Afghanistan?
9 months.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
there was a lot of um, planning strategy, a lot of TS things going on at that time. We used to, they would land the Chinooks that where they moved us around with. We would land them in either opium fields
Right.
or marijuana fields. You know,
Right.
because they would not put a bomb or
On
an
their
ID,
cash
a
crop.
pressure plate. You know,
Yeah.
they wouldn't put that there. So, like, we would march around. I stayed in the poppy fields. I stayed in
I was about
the,
to say,
in
I'll
the
hold
cannabis.
this area down.
You know, my soldiers would come they would come back to base with buds and, you know, marijuana leaves all over them.
Right.
You know, shaving where they hadn't shaved in a few days. It'd be glowing crystals, you know.
I've got a buddy of mine, a friend of mine. What's up, James? He's up in Kentucky right now shooting horses. But he's got some funny stories about the poppy fields in Afghanistan and
Yeah, man.
some of
I
the
found
crazy stuff they did.
I don't know. I felt like we were. Well, I don't know what we were there doing, but I did find drugs.
Right.
You know, black tar heroin once in a chicken coop. You know,
It blended in with the chicken droppings.
well, I mean, I had I remember it was like almost like Call of Duty style now, like you're going through a village and you're rotating, everybody's moving, stacking, going into rooms, and once a place was clear, we kind of had a little moment to where like you could look around.
Right.
And my first sergeant at the time, he was Hispanic, and he would, I'd ask him, I'd be like, hey, let's check out these chicken coops. You know, we used to hide stuff in chicken coops in North Carolina. You know,
Right.
Right.
all
Wonder
the
what
time.
they
Just
got,
common
you know.
sense.
So I was one time, man, I was in a chicken coop, walking around in it, and there's metal, and moving out the way, and 2 gallons of black tar.
Oh, my
just
gosh.
pure.
God.
You know, and on my gloves, you know, seeping on my skin right here, you know, out there. One of the favorite times they were like taking pictures.
You know, two that much black tar heroin
What
is
is
probably
that
like
worth? You know,
$4 million in the
Probably.
United States, but like $70 in Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah,
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
like,
nothing hardly.
yeah.
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 I'm sure it was seeping in my
3 goats and
chicken.
2 chickens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Afghanistan also. I lost my brother during this time frame.
Damn. Was he in combat or he was back here in the States or?
My brother was walking out of a store and
In the
pretty
States?
much executed. You know,
Damn.
walking out of a store buying milk for his girlfriend's son.
Damn.
It was a rough time, but the military took care of me during this time. They flew a helicopter out to where I was at and flew me out instantly. I think I might be one of the first American soldiers to leave a combat zone that fast.
Damn.
I
a
didn't.
medical.
I think I might have been the first soldier also to enter Kuwait. You know, full combat gear.
Right.
And I had to sign off my weapon whenever I got there. You know,
Damn.
because we were moving, you know, so fast. Because I wanted to be back home
Oh yeah, absolutely understandable.
for my brother's funeral.
Was he older, younger?
He was my younger brother.
Damn.
He was. There was 8 of us
Wow.
growing up.
Yeah.
Big
And
family.
I was the second oldest. He was the second to the baby.
Okay. Man,
Oh, man.
that's crazy. You're in a
Yeah.
combat zone and lose a sibling
Right.
to
But that's awesome. They came in and got you flown
Yeah,
out.
man.
The way they
I
did.
flew from Kuwait, or I flew all over this time, helicopters, whatever I could get on.
they were just
you know.
getting you on a
And
leg
I got
back.
to Kuwait. I flew out. I flew to Amsterdam. I flew from Amsterdam to Atlanta, from Atlanta to Fayetteville. You know, in like I don't know, however long that takes.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sure it was just a blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole time, man. And I really, honestly, we went back to North Carolina this Christmas, and you know, I never really got to grieve.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it was so hard Because I mean, for one, I was already numb, from losing brothers, and then I lose my actual brother to the same, very similar incident, a
Yeah.
gunshot wound,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, it was just I don't think I ever got time to grieve, and I was sitting outside on the patio with my dad this past Christmas, and I was sitting there. We were just talking, you know, and I was like, Dad, this is a very peaceful place you have, right here on this little gazebo out here in the middle of these farm fields, and nobody even knows that this exists. That house right there is still a time capsule
Mm-hmm.
Right.
from whenever my brother passed away.
Wow. Wow.
The same. It's a time capsule from whenever me and my wife first started dating, because he didn't change anything. The same TV, same VCR, everything's the
Everything
same
back
exactly
in
the
time.
same.
in that house, And so I felt it very, very, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it
You
was,
came home.
yeah,
and
yeah, it was
hit.
hitting home,
Mhm.
at the time.
So how long they fly you back for your brother's funeral?
I was here 2 weeks, man, and I was
Man.
on some medication, brother.
Right. Right.
You know, I was numb myself,
Yeah.
pretty much. I
Yeah.
had to be. I couldn't. It's hard on a human, I mean, my story even goes back way further to my childhood, but it's hard on a human to take him out of that situation, and then first off bring him into civilization,
Mhm.
like American
Right.
civilization. So I stayed away pretty much from anything. I literally flew in. We did a funeral. The perpetrator stayed at large, even though we knew who it was at the time.
Damn.
And nobody would allow me or people, nobody to go anywhere by ourselves, or
Man.
or they wouldn't allow certain people to go together, So we just we let the sheriffs do their jobs, let the police do their jobs, and it took years for this person to be incarcerated,
Really?
and it took time, you know. But I was home for 2 weeks, and then went right back.
That's a quick turnaround.
I went right back into it. I really tried to stay away. My wife, she drove in for the funeral and everything. I got to see her for quite a minute, and tried to discuss some things with her. And then I went right back into Afghanistan.
Damn.
My first, I sit down and I'm trying to communicate with people on the ground that are already there, so I can get the feel for what's going on. And my first message is my my ammo bearer for my machine gunner stepped on a pressure plate, blew out his leg while I was gone,
Man.
and that kind of hurt, to lose him out of my team, and especially while I was gone, I always felt like I was a warrior, and I always felt like I always feel like I have an angel or some kind of I don't know, man, whatever being supernatural you want to call it around me, aura of protection, because I've been in some scary situations in times, where things could go other ways. But if certain things didn't happen, it would have led another way,
Yeah.
even down to having dreams,
Right.
and visions in sleeping in grape fields in the middle of Afghanistan. You wake up, it got to the point at one time that my soldiers were like, your dreams, they come true so much that they believe me, that the ones that wanted to chase adrenaline and chase whatever was in that dream, they would volunteer
Wow.
to go do things.
Wow.
And like even as simple as move 800 yards down the road to get food, you could get blown up.
Yeah.
You could get a rocket shot at you. I've had dreams of that nature. I had a dream one time where a rocket hit my vehicle. And so I wake up, I tell them, I say, who wants to get hit with a rocket today?
Oh, man.
Who wants to roll the dice on this one?
Yeah.
And a couple picked the one, the really
Right.
hardcore ones.
They jump in the vehicle. So you land back in Afghanistan. You're dealing with the fact you've lost this team member,
Yeah, you drive on,
and you just put it back together the best you can and carry on.
move on. Yeah,
Damn.
keep going.
And then how long were y'all still in theater
Oh man, I don't know.
after that point?
A couple months.
6
yeah.
months.
6?
Yeah, a couple months of work after that.
Yeah.
Got to work with the Afghani special forces.
Who vetted those guys?
I don't
How
know.
did the CIA vet those guys? I'm sure they
Probably.
did.
It's
Because
a dangerous world. there.
right, yeah. I mean, because you're talking about those guys.
Well,
can
I
be-
mean, I've seen them all, man. They're not the best of the best. I've seen them. I've been in 4 day. I've been in a 4-day tick almost, which is troops in contact for 4 days and holding down a position. And the first day I learned that I was going to be teaching these people the entire time almost, it was,
Under combat.
yeah, pretty much, because whenever they went to shoot their weapons, which they were given, shoddy equipment to, I
Right.
mean, they fall apart. And I mean, if you go to shoot a 203 grenade launcher and it just falls off the end of the,
What do you do? Yeah.
How do you teach somebody that can't count?
yeah, I mean, it was,
I watched those dudes do attempt to do calisthenics on YouTube. That was hilarious. Watching them do jumping jacks. Amazing how you're uncoordinated that bad that you can't do jumping jacks, bro. What? They're like, let me show you, and they'd show them.
oh yeah,
You said it moves together.
Yeah.
There you go. Come on.
Wow.
coordination.
Honestly,
So working with the special forces. Go ahead, Mary.
no, I was about to say there's just a lot of people you meet and you're just you think that comes so natural,
Well,
but
you
it
would think.
just don't.
I mean, if you're going to go into combat, you should know how to
Right,
do
right.
calisthenics and jumping jacks. That would be prerequisite for the course. Much less throwing grenades and
Yeah.
shooting.
Let's definitely don't give them a gun.
Yeah. So they put special forces guys
Yeah,
with you guys.
so we're walking around Afghanistan with them, and they're helping us do things.
Are they from the area? They know the area.
Most of them are from the north,
Okay.
or most of them they try not to put people from that area there,
Right,
you know,
because then
that
then
would be
they
the
could
smart thing to do.
Right. They would be compromised.
Very much so.
Right. So you're working with these
For
guys.
whatever they're doing,
Right. And did they have a mission set? Did they kind of understand what they were trying to do, or what it was? That anybody really kind of know what they were doing? It's just kind of like go out there and just waiting to fight.
Where's the Taliban?
Right, waiting to fight.
Yeah, pretty much. Waiting to fight, holding positions for what? I don't know.
Right. It's almost eerily similar listening to, or I read a lot of books about Vietnam.
Yeah, it is.
And it's kind of like that kind of has that same vibe.
Man, Afghanistan is where, like you were saying earlier, man, empires go
To die.
to just, it's like the Mad
Ground
Piper
up.
sending mice over the cliff.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a grinder, bro.
It is.
And Afghanistan is rough. It's a rough terrain. It's rough people, and it's a lot of different sects of different families that kind of rule certain areas. And
It is.
you gotta know how to move and all that.
Yeah, and you got to have food, man. Food's got to be involved in communicating with these people.
Right.
You know, I've went and bought goats and went and, you know,
Had a barbecue.
had a barbecue basically,
Yeah.
or stew,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
with these people. You know,
Yeah, $1,500 doesn't hold as much weight as a goat.
right.
What am I going to do with this money?
And that means a lot to them people.
Oh, yeah,
when
It
you
does,
sit
man.
down.
Sitting down, taking your armor off, and you know, talking with them, communicating with them, sitting down, eating with them,
Digging your hand in the goat meat and pulling it out. And,
the whole nine, man.
yeah,
like
you got to do it all.
the skinning of it and the cleaning of it.
Right.
We held it up while they cleaned it. You know,
Yeah.
different things. You know, very
So-
similar to deer.
When,
I was curious.
They're,
like how
they're,
it
they're
tasted.
cousins. They're cousins.
yeah, instead of cleaning it in the mountains, you're cleaning it in the woods. You know?
Right.
So you're in Afghanistan. You leave Afghanistan. You go back to Kansas.
Yeah, we go back to Kansas, and I'm trying to get them. At this point, I'm at a point in my career. I really don't know what I want to do. Do I want to continue doing this war fighting thing? You know, do I take another break?
How old are you?
hmm.
How old
How old am I at this time?
at this time? The survey says
34.
34.
34
Hey
years
man,
old.
TBI is real, bro.
I hear
this
you,
is-
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm 34 at this time. I'm wondering, you know, what to do. So I go to I'm wanting to go to Master Gunner School, which is all the whole inner workings of the Bradley, the weapon system, the whole nine. You know,
And then you could actually kind of move into a teacher's role, right?
yeah, man, you can get a good,
Good,
job with
nice
them,
job, yeah.
And but I end up going full equal opportunity EO. You know, sharp sexual harassment, assault response. You know, whole deal. And then I come down on orders for Fort Polk. You know, and I'm like, well, man, what are we going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do at Fort Polk?
Right.
I get here, and this is when a slew of medical problems start happening on my body. You
Okay.
know, my body starts taking a toll from
The gear,
IEDs,
combat, the
getting
injury.
this scar right here, being head first into a windshield with the PVS 14s and the bi piece. You know, it makes it stick out to here.
Yeah.
You know, stopping 40 miles an hour to zero, you know, instantly. You know, just the pressure in my brain, the fluid around my brain expanding and contracting, people firing off RPGs on top of buildings. I mean, gunfights, airplanes
concussion.
dropping bombs. You know, our first reaction in combat in Afghanistan, anytime. So if you shot at me in Afghanistan in 2011 and you got hit with like 5 or 6 203 rounds, you know, that was my group, our squad. You know, that's what we hit you with first, and then we hit you with a lot of machine gun fire after that. You know, we gained fire superiority. Was my whole mission in protecting
Right.
my dudes
If you send one, I'm sending
and my
30
and
back.
my dog. You know, got to protect whatever dog we had with us
Right.
too.
Y'all had a
Right.
You know,
squad dog.
any bomb dog. You know, whatever
Right.
dog we had, weapon dog.
Yeah, and it's not like you can prepare for that. It just happens. Next thing you know, you've got concussions, explosions.
Oh man, but the H&K rocks, dude. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, bro. Once you learn that thing, it is smooth
It's like butter.
butter.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to bring this up because we were talking about this on our last break about giants, and I know me and Mary both have this fascination with giants. So You actually said you kind of sort of have a story about a giant.
Okay. The giant was with the whoever was attached with us in Afghanistan, from Afghanistan.
The SF guys.
Yeah, well, he was like a tall man, like 7
What?
plus. He would carry around the 240 machine gun, one-handed.
Wow.
You know the 240.
Oh, yeah.
240 Charlie.
Yeah.
It's got a little weight to it.
One-handed. With like a belt.
I bet he was a rock star.
Dude, he's huge. I made him stand in front of me
Crazy.
everywhere we went. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
He's my shield.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You would have to.
Did you call him Slambo?
Oh man, I don't even remember what I called him at that time.
David.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I wanted to call him was David. Being a psychological
Right.
difference there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a massive man.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, he was from up north, up there where they're from. Where the giants are.
Yeah, you always. I've read about it. A few
What color was
times.
his hair?
Oh man, I don't remember. That red is blonde color.
I was about to say
there
you
it is,
had a
Mary.
tinge
I
of
knew it.
red.
It had
Mary
red.
Spidey senses go off.
I threw it because I knew it, right? I knew
But
that he had
hold
red
on.
hair.
Did you count his fingers and his toes?
No, I didn't.
Open your mouth. Let me look
Yeah,
at your
let
teeth.
me see your
Gloves,
teeth.
All of them.
boots stayed
How
on.
many rows do you have?
How many rows of teeth do you have? That's cool, man.
But he was massive. I worked with him a few times, and he understood things.
Got any pictures of this dude?
Oh, this was back when pictures were very rare. I do have video of things of us walking around, but I try not.
It's 11?
I'm glad, yeah, man. But I'm glad
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
document some things,
Yeah.
because it does give away tactics and procedures that we use.
Right.
He had me laughing earlier though because he said the guy didn't kick down doors; he kicked down walls.
Yeah, full blown walls, man. Like you ask me, and then he was like a sorry giant, like sorry Sarge.
This is giving me Wreck-It Ralph vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge teddy bear though.
Yeah.
I mean,
They usually are. Big guys usually are.
yeah, very very harmful. Now I'm 254 pounds at this time.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah, you're a chunk.
I'm a Brock.
Yeah.
I mean, what they compare me to, that one dude on the New England Patriots. I forgot his name.
Gronk?
Yeah, the Gronk.
Yeah, you were stacked
Compared
up.
to him.
Right.
My sister always called me the Gronk. At this time.
Right.
Big dude.
Yeah. That's cool,
Running
man.
around.
So we're coming out of Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah,
get
we're
to
back.
Fort
We're
Polk.
You're in
getting
Fort
to
Polk.
Fort Polk here. All right, so we get to Fort Polk. Well, coming to Fort Polk, my second son, is in travel ball in Kansas.
Okay.
Travel basketball, and he had to stay there while we came down here and got a house. Okay, because I was like, Louisiana, man, hunting, fishing, all this sportsman's paradise,
Right.
and everybody's like, man, you're going to hate Fort Polk.
I was going to ask if you had heard rumors of Fort Polk, if the reputation had
The
preceded
armpit
it.
of the Army has been used.
I bet your wife was like, "We're going where?"
Yeah,
We're
Angie
going-
was like, but like we had been watching Swamp People was big at this time,
Right.
You're thinking you're going to go alligator
I mean,
hunting
I
on the
wasn't wanting to
weekend.
go alligator hunting, or
Right.
anything, I knew that was a crazy risk.
After he got out of a combat zone.
With a giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to take any crazy risk going
Well, I
alligator
mean, we've
hunting.
been fishing with them out there on Kincaid. You just got to watch them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Be mindful.
And
of them.
I've talked to people, and they think we all have alligators in our yards.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
I was from Texas, so when I went to St. Louis one time, they're like, "Do you ride a horse to school?"
Oh, yeah, because you're from Texas.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
from Texas. Yeah, hell yeah, I ride a horse.
I think everybody owns a horse.
yeah. But what's funny, we had some friends come down, and the very first time we go to the lake, there's an alligator swimming.
Oh wow.
So
I was
it's like
fishing.
rumor confirmed.
And it was a military couple had pulled up when they let, I think it's like 5 little bitty dogs, and they were just going to let them run around. And she was like, "Are you local?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am. I just live right up the road." And she starts asking me, "Is there gators in here?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's Anacoca Lake." Yes, yes, there's gators. Dude, called all them dogs back up and peeled out. I mean, they wasn't hanging around for
Right.
that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
We got a little spot on Toledo where we go hang out, and at the swimming hole,
There's a little cove.
yeah,
Yeah.
there was a 12-footer killed out right underneath where we go swimming at.
Yeah.
12-foot gator.
We were out in, let's see, we usually put our camper up. What
It's like a
is that?
dinosaur.
Yeah.
12-foot gator.
But our friend was, it's like a cliff, you know, and the campers are parked up. Well, we would go swim in the cove down there. And she was sitting up there. She's like, y'all get out of the water. And, you know, she's a jokester. So we're all like, you know, hush, whatever. She's like, no, y'all, seriously, get out. And we kind of turn and there's bubbles coming up. And this is probably like 10 foot behind us.
Right.
So, you know, I'm with the kids and we're probably 10, 12 people down there.
Yeah.
We run out. This like 12-foot gator comes up and then just takes out across Toledo Bend. Like, and I'm thinking, where are you going? But like, go ahead with it.
Wherever he wants.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Cody's got some friends that live up around Pendleton. They live on a cove, and they had gator problems. So they go to the state, and they're like, hey, we need some tags. And they're like, all we can give you is like 2 tags. So that night, they go out there with a spotlight, you know, and all along the bank of that cove, it looks like the Milky Way, the shine from the gator eyes. They're, you know, it's like, okay, what do you do now? You just shoot, shovel, and shut up.
Right.
You know, I mean, but
My daddy, being from Goldonna, he would always take us camping up on Saline Creek. He would duck hunt, you know, whatever back there. But my daddy was a nut. Like,
Right.
we'd pitch a tent and, you know.
You just had to say Goldonna. We were there.
There you go.
We knew.
Explains
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
we knew.
But he would, like at night, you know, we would take the spotlight and they little gator eyes, you know, everywhere. He'd go off in there with them, like swim. Just,
Wow.
Like that was kind of like.
that was
I guess-
Thursday night entertainment.
Yeah. And he would literally come on, y'all. I'm like, mm-mm.
When I was
Good.
living on Toledo Bend, I dated a girl that was from Lake Arthur, and she was Cajun, and she had 3 kids, 12, 8, and a 4-year-old daughter. And I used to drive my boat up to her place because she lived on the lake. And I was in her kitchen. She was making dinner or something one time, and her 8-year-old comes in. He goes, Mama, we got a gator. And I was like, what? And she goes, oh, let me see. She goes outside, and they got the 4-year-old riding it
Oh my God.
in the yard. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was like, you realize this is probably some kind of child abuse or
Yeah.
something. CPS is probably.
Gator
And
abuse.
she goes, oh, no, they good eating. They going to be good later.
Heck
I was
yeah.
like, oh, my God.
Where that
Okay.
gator was killed is about 1,000 yards from where I got snake bit
Is it
in the water.
is it on Anacoco Lake?
No,
Or no?
Toledo Bend.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Because
The
I
water
used
moccasin
to-
that got you.
I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know what it was because I slung it off. But
yeah.
I saw the black snake come up with my arm,
We were talking about that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can still see where
That's
where
so
it
crazy.
discolored my skin right there. Was
Damn.
where it bit me. And so, you know, when I come up out of the water and I'm like, I just slung a snake off of me and there's like fang marks and like teeth on the bottom side. And I'm like, it's a fairly large snake. It was probably about 4 foot long. And because it was heavy. It's like, I thought it was a radiator hose.
Yeah.
And when I slung it, it kind of ripped out and kind of just, you know, left blood going everywhere. And I'm like, I just got snake bit. And then everybody's like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna hold my hand
Somebody
up.
suck the blood.
And I was doing that. They say don't do that, but I was sucking it, baby. I was
I
sucking the
saw it
blood.
on Walker, Texas Ranger.
Right, and I was spitting it, and I was looking for dip or anything, cigarettes or anything to put on there. You know, I don't know. It's not it's not a burn. You know, I don't know what cigarettes and dip are gonna do. But
She'll feel good as nicotine.
so we get up there, and the guy goes, "Oh man, it's no problem. Just draw a little mark around it with a Sharpie,
and if it starts,
and if it starts going,
Yeah.
well, it did."
you're like, what do I do now?
He's like, you'll be all right. And it's like my forearm started like tensing up and
Necrosis
Right.
of tissue.
And I'm a kind of a hypochondriac anyway. And I was like, oh man.
So you didn't need much pushing to
I'm
be
gonna die.
fearful. Yeah.
Right? Hands cramping up like
Yeah,
a
like
14-year-old
this, yeah.
boy who'd been masturbating all
Right.
weekend.
So by the end of the night, it kind of subdued and it didn't do anything. So I was like, well, I guess I don't
Guess
need
I'm
to
gonna live.
So
don't need to go to
crazy.
the hospital
So how long were y'all here at Fort Polk
from snake bites and
before
alligator.
the the medical issues started rearing up from the.
were y'all here at Fort Polk before the medical issues?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your position here at Fort Polk?
I was
When you
an
first-
instructor.
Okay, so you're
I
instructing.
was teaching foreign weapons and
Cool.
combat concealed carry to MIT teams.
Oh wow.
Nice.
You know, these teams that they had put together that were going to all over the world,
Right.
Embassies. and-
everywhere. They were
Right.
teaching. They put them together, and they would go in these countries, and they would teach these armies how to do whatever. You know,
Wow, that is a pretty cool job.
it was at the time. Yeah, interesting. You know, a good way to retire out.
Right.
You know,
And so
well,
then
I didn't know that at the time.
so then you started having some issues.
Well, whenever I just started discussing it with a doctor, and he told me that I could no longer wear my body armor or my helmet.
Damn.
At that moment, I'm not handing out towels at a gym type of person.
Right. Yeah.
And the army will run out of stuff for you to do. You know, really. And if I'm not capable of using what they've
Yeah.
created, pretty much. And so I decided they offered me the medical retirement. And so I took that. And me and my wife discussed all types of options. You know, do we stay here? Do we move back to North Carolina around family where we really hadn't been around, you know, for years, you know? And we like being independent.
Yeah.
We like risk and,
Yeah.
you know, hanging our feet off the edge.
I feel
Yeah.
like that keeps you alive.
Well, I was going to say, you know,
Yeah.
my brother and I, when you grow up without a support system, without extended family, it feels weird. I know we would come home, we were kids, and Thanksgiving, whatever holiday it was, and the idea, you know, my cousins, they're going to school with the same people in the 6th grade they went to school with, in kindergarten, in the 9th grade, in the 10th grade. And they all do, you know, I had no reference of that. And all the relatives lived around each other. They had this whole life that I was completely foreign to. So when that stability almost feels imprisoning,
Monotonous.
containing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
For years, you know, in my early 20s, I never settled down. I mean, about the time I would start to feel like I was getting trapped,
I'm out of here.
yeah, I would throw a bag in the,
You're like, let me lace my tennis
and I'm
shoes
gone,
up.
you know? Yeah, I mean, I did not know how to plant roots.
Yeah.
It was completely foreign to me. And, you know, I was running too fast to settle down, but that was my whole life. I knew when we got somewhere, we were going to be there 18 months, maybe 3 years at the most, and we were gone. You know, I mean, I went
On
to
to the
3
next
high schools
thing.
in 4 years.
Now look at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Planted yourself right here in
So,
Well-
Leesville.
so settled, yeah.
Right?
Well,
High school was the 9 hardest years of my life.
yes, it was. Yeah, right there. Well, you know, but you learn living like that. It's not permanent. You know, it's just an illusion. These things that people think are grounding and anchoring, they can be gone in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just an illusion.
Yeah.
I mean, and
You got to carry it with you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you
gotta
do.
get one.
Yeah, you got absolutely. Yeah, I definitely understand the dynamic y'all were facing.
So you get medical out.
hmm
And what did that do to you personally? Like what were you thinking? What were you feeling? What am I going to do?
Yeah,
Were you
man.
relieved?
Yeah.
Numerous thoughts.
Like
you know?
you just
Yeah.
you spinning it all around. You got plates
because
up.
I mean the military at the time was changing too. You
Mhm.
know, it wasn't kosher for my atmospheric
Right.
You were used to running and gunning.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard charging for years, and then to stop and
Yeah.
what do you do? So what did
yeah.
we do? We paid a year's rent. Paid a year's up on the house that we were at. That way, it gave us a year to
Figure it out.
decide what we were going to do. And during that time frame, I don't know if I was smart or whatever, but I took a job here and there. Like I was a tow truck operator. I was a Dollar General store employee.
Right.
Stocking shelves. I worked at a morgue for Rapides.
Wow.
And this is in a year?
No. This
Oh.
is a few years. I'm
Okay.
just saying,
Yeah.
like it took. Those are my jobs.
Right.
Immediately after I got out, I went to college.
Okay.
I went to Liberty. I wanted to learn the Bible. I was at a point in my life where I was religion isn't even a thing, but like my spirituality was growing, and I wanted to learn. I wanted to get more education in that realm, so I took the GI Bill, and I went to Liberty, and I didn't get a degree. I just wanted to learn the Bible, so I took all the Bible courses, and I wanted to learn theology, so I took all the theology courses, and that's what I ran with, and I left there with that. I think I got a certificate or
Right.
something from Liberty, left there still not knowing like what I want to do
Right.
in my life. I still don't know, really.
Yeah.
I'm still riding a wave, and so we went through. I got a piece of property. I bought some property over there off of Laurel Hill Road, and I started work right after COVID or right during COVID at Back to Nature.
Okay.
Was your wife working there at the time?
Yeah, she was working there at the time. I kind of got her in trouble at a she was like a dispatcher for Leesville, I think, but I had a blue Bumblebee, and it went real fast. Somebody pulled me over, and she no longer worked for them at that time.
Yeah.
And then that got her the job
Get back to
at
nature.
Back to Nature.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So yeah, she was working there first. Slinging coffee, making smoothies.
Yeah.
And I came along after COVID. Whenever I was working at the hospital, and then in the morgue, I'm death.
Yeah.
All
Constantly.
around. And I'm on medications, at this time, from the VA, trying to help my whatever,
Right.
dreams.
Yeah.
I'm having
Just the stuff that won't shut off.
oh man, dude, it was a roller coaster of
The medication didn't help, did it?
times. It no.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It's like
Right.
I'd like to give it some
Bro, man,
credit, but I
if
can't.
if I could tell you I would take another game plan
Right.
in a heartbeat
You said
over what I was
plan
fed.
B?
Right.
Because I was uneducated, and my life was spiraling,
Right.
and to the point, I believe, like I said, I have something, around me,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it slaps you hard, And one night coming back from, I was out there, I don't even remember where I was, coming from Boyce, coming back to Leesville, I was intoxicated. I was on things I shouldn't have been on, running my life as far away from Bride as possible,
Right.
and I ended up in the woods in my car, with a teenager finding me. All the airbags in the car deployed because this car flipped lots of times. I did a whole thing, landed it right on his tires, A teenager found me. I asked the teenager to call my wife, or college student to call my wife, at the time. And so she, I don't know, she FaceTime you or something at that time. And I'm like, hey, come and get me. I'm lost. Like, I need you to come and get me.
You didn't tell her you were in a wreck.
Oh, man, dude, I'm covered in blood. She could see me.
She knew. There was no hiding it.
What
She
did
could see
you
me.
do?
Like, look at these. Look at this.
Facebook Messenger.
I have.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at this,
Everywhere.
These two right here were split open. I had blood everywhere, all over me. And I'm like, come get me, So I get through this. And this moment in my time, I go back. It took me a couple days to even get in the car, and I go back and I look at my car. And I think I might have fell down crying, I was like, I shouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
I should not be here with this car smashed like a giant, grabbed it and smashed it up,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I took that moment and I became sober. I didn't take a drink after that again.
It's a wake-up call.
I didn't. Yeah, man, my dude is like, he had to hit me hard this time. And so I got my life back on track. I took a year pretty much. I went back home. I got to Carolinas. I visited my brother for a few weeks, came back here, and I decided to go to start making coffee or
right.
or
Smoothies.
herbal.
Right.
I would always go in there and get an immune booster.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So you were exposed to it because your wife was in that environment.
Because I went 140 miles an hour out here,
Yeah.
tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And she took a job. Anything, it's like a wave.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm convinced your wife has the patience of Job.
Possibly, very much so.
I'll tell you what, guys, with that, let's take another break, and we will be right back with more of Leesville Tattoos and Views.
Whenever you're ready to be bold, it's time for Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor. Call 337-404-1703. Find them on Facebook or book your appointment through Vagaroo. Whether it's a beautiful cut, the perfect color, or just a fresh update, Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor has you covered. They're right behind Domino's in Leesville at 1614 South 5th Street. And remember, be good to your hair. You wear it every single day. That's Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor in Leesville. Call 337-404-1703 today.
Let's be honest, you don't want to spend money in a business that smells like an armpit or a dipsty dumpster. Here at Leesville Tattoo, we keep the shop smelling great with the help of Christie's candles. They're so strong, we rarely light them. We just open the lids and let them do their magic. Do your nose and your company a favor. Open some of Christie's candles around your place and make living peaceful a priority. Christie's candles available exclusively at Leesville Tattoos.
Carrie Joe Photo Co. is the only choice when you're serious about preserving those special moments that only happen once in a lifetime. Weddings, engagements, graduations, grand openings, organizations, and events. Carrie Joe Photo Co. are the professionals. Need your event filmed? At Carrie Joe Photo Co., it's not a problem. With hundreds of special events, thousands of painstaking creative hours, and millions of beautiful moments and memories captured, Carrie Joe Photo Co. has all the experience you require when nothing less than the best will do. 337-591-1748. 337-591-1748. Carrie Joe Photo Co. on social media and kmphotoandfilm.com. Don't wait till it's too late to preserve your moment forever with Carrie Joe Photo Co. 337-591-1748 and kmphotoandfilm.com. That's Carrie Joe Photo Co.
Hey y'all, it's Carrie Jo and welcome to the Truth Serum. Life is loud, messy, and a little crazy sometimes, and too often it feels like nobody's really hearing us. Like we're talking, but the world's not listening. On top of that, we're surrounded by negativity that tears us down when what we really need is more honesty, more support, and more real conversations that lift us up. So that's what we're doing here. The subjects that feel too dark or off limits, we're talking about them. Those uncomfortable moments you found yourself in and thought, I can't be the only one, we're talking about it. The dangerous, the taboo, the things people would rather sweep under the rug, we're talking about those too. Unfiltered, unashamed, unapologetic, and authentic. This is where the truth lives and where we can finally say the things we've been holding back. So pull up a chair, hit play, and let's talk about it on the Truth Serum with Carrie Jo.
There we go.
Fine.
Back
It's
up
deep
and rolling.
voices. I don't know.
Hey, you haven't talked a lot like this in a long setting. right?
Especially
2 hours. I don't know how long
I'm
we've
sharing my life right here.
Yeah. 2 hours.
Yeah. So she comes in, gets her stuff.
Yeah, man. So she comes in. She's got like this weird smoothie, and the girls know how to. The ladies that work there, they know how to make her smoothie. I really don't memorize too many smoothies or coffees. I know
Right.
yours, man. You get a hot white mocha.
Yeah, pretty much. Extra shots.
I know some people, that come in there because TBI does. My memory is
Yeah.
hit or miss, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
And I do try to explain that whenever people are like, "Oh man, you can't remember my drink." And I'm like, "Man, dude,
So
I've been
you had
blown
no
up 9
idea.
times. I've had numerous RPGs shot around me.
Just a little bit
You
of
know,
grace
a
here.
couple car bombs thrown in there.
I've been shook up a little bit.
So no, I don't remember it.
The fluid around my brain has expanded a few times. I'm sorry I missed your drink.
I had to do a paper on
I missed your
TBI.
coffee.
Yeah, and if you don't quit giving me a hard time, I'm going to put you on a pressure plate.
No, but I meet this lady, man, and I don't know where our conversation was going, but she didn't know I was a veteran, know,
All
and
right.
so she is the co-founder of the American Warrior Initiative.
Shit,
Okay.
And she lives here.
Lives here, bro. She
Okay,
she
cool.
flies around and she speaks at events.
From
and so,
Little Leesville.
Yeah.
right? And so I get with her, and I'm like, hey, this is my purpose. I want to help veterans. This is what I want to do. I'm tired of the suicide rate. We need to do something in our area, even. And she's like, well, the American Warrior Initiative has created these outposts, and guess what you're about to do? You're about to start an outpost 2 days ago.
Wow.
This is brand new.
2 days ago.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
New. Okay.
You know,
So,
like 2 days from today.
yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Like I
on
made
the
it my
ground
plan
floor.
for this year to help. I wanted to help veterans. Like I'm
You've
done
already got T-shirts out.
sitting on the
That's
side.
awesome.
Oh, bruh, this is
You lined out.
He said, I told you.
You're on a
Look.
whirlwind, huh?
I'm doing it.
He found his purpose.
Whenever I do it, I do it. Like I dream
100%.
big, bro.
All right.
And so I linked up with this organization. The people that probably run this organization at the big level. Like Fairway Mortgage and them. They don't know who I am.
Right.
They're just now meeting me on LinkedIn 2 days ago. you know.
Nice.
But they're learning that I'm a person with drive and interest. I'm
That can
Desire
further
to
this
help.
mission. Yeah.
yes, and so I wanted to do something locally, because everything to West Louisianans and East Texans is a local spirit. I've been here for over a decade. I belong here. I planted roots here. I want to help veterans here. And man, they come by the shop the other day. There's a reel out right now. I think we shared it today on Facebook of them coming by the shop and delivering box load of T-shirts.
That's awesome.
I'm taking donations, $22 a pop. Get you a T-shirt.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's
If you
nice.
hit me up at the shop, but you can donate anytime.
I was sharing with them like the suicide rates. We had talked about this. It's been a couple of podcasts ago, but we were talking about it's the assisted suicide.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
And Canada had opened it up to homeless and veterans, and I was like,
There has to
way
be
to
another
take all
option.
hope, you know.
Yeah. You've got to fight for people, man. Every person.
And they
is
had
precious.
it was a guy that had, that was his choice. That's what he wanted to do. He was a veteran, but it just kind of broke my heart because he just felt like the world had forgotten about him, and what he had done. And, he was having trouble making rent and stuff. And he just felt like that was the only,
Out.
source of, the out for this. And it broke my heart because it's like things like this puts hope back into.
If somebody could have just extended a hand and said, "Hey,
hey, it
I'm
doesn't
here.
have to end like this.
I'm
Yeah.
here."
It's okay. Yeah.
So, if somebody wants to go online, buy a T-shirt, donate, or if a veteran needs help, is it all online?
It
there a
is all
phone number?
online.
It's all online.
currently, and I'm still learning a lot of this.
Right,
bro.
Yeah,
he's
Like
2
I
days
said,
in,
I'm 2
yeah.
days
Right.
in,
We'll
but
check
I'm
in with
already-
him in about 2 months, and he'll be up and running and rocking.
Oh,
and
yeah.
rolling,
Can
baby.
y'all
I'll
imagine
have
where
a-
this
oh,
guy's
my
going to go?
But I do have a QR code right now, and it's like a website where you can go and you can donate and register. And if you do register and you put in your email, then anything that our outpost does
It'll send you
in the
email.
community, it will send out an alert to you.
That's cool.
And you can donate, whatever amount on there.
Okay, so if somebody buys a T-shirt, where does that
Now
money
you
go?
can go on. You can come to the shop
Right.
and buy a T-shirt from me.
I got you.
I'm probably going to end up having to get more T-shirts. Obviously,
Yeah.
like I carried a bag in this morning and I brought one home.
Wow.
So people are buying.
Yeah. So the money from the T-shirts, the money from the donations, where does that money go?
It's in limbo right now, as far as I understand. It's in that thing, but it's going to stay local. If you hit my QR code, it stays
Nice.
local.
Yeah.
It stays
Okay.
here. All right.
So it's
now,
funding
Cool.
here.
Here.
Yeah.
His outpost is here.
my-
So his
yeah, I
money
have
that he
a-
raises stays
it's
here.
the 2 days old.
Right,
said,
right.
"Give me just
We're
a
putting you on the spot. It's
Right.
like, what's all this information you don't know yet? Tell us all
is
this stuff you
awesome,
don't know
though.
yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
All we need is your name, date of birth, and social security
And a
number.
retinal scan.
Yeah, that's all we
It's
need.
the Greater Fort Polk Area AWI Outpost. Okay.
Greater
That's the
Fort Polk area.
outpost. Yeah, I got a QR code and it'll take you there. But you can also go to the AWI website, the American Warrior Initiative website.
American
You can
Warrior
donate there
Initiative.
too. Order T-shirts on there.
Okay. I don't know what day. I'm going to run by. I'll grab the QR code.
Yeah. I was about to say, is it like just cards with
I
the
can
QR
print them
code?
out.
I was about to say, because I can.
We
Yeah.
printed one out.
Yeah.
I got a background. A whole picture and everything, and it's sitting up at the shop.
That's
right
cool,
now.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we kind of
I was about to say,
network
we
and
can
kind
put
of
one
swirl
here,
something
put one
up.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've
Roll
got
some
quite a
stuff
few
up.
active duty clients, veteran clients.
Yeah, I'm sure they're trying to build up a fund. You need to build up a base.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have a
anything you
war
do,
chest to do
you gotta have
anything.
a war chest,
Absolutely.
to make an impact.
Okay, there's
Okay.
the QR right there.
Okay. What do you know?
Mama Secretary. coming
Yes,
in.
ma'am.
We'll
Coming
also
through
put
in
it on
clutch.
we'll put it on the podcast too, so people can get it there.
Perfect.
That'd be cool, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
So look for the QR code.
Well, look, I know Mary's got to wrap it up and get out of here. So,
rush,
what do you
guys.
say we go ahead and do final thoughts and go around the table? Mary, since you've got the split, we'll start with you.
It's like you're the lucky winner. This is great. I am so excited about this being local because it's always you give to things
Yeah,
and you
on
just don't ever
national
see anything
Like the Red
happen.
Cross, 3 cents goes to the local.
Right, so
97
to-
goes to the national.
to know that this will benefit.
So the
local.
finances on this, if you're worried about the finances, the mortgage company pays, donates these T-shirts, and so there's no
There's no money
Overhead.
going. Oh,
No,
nice. Nice.
at all
It's all
Very
profit.
in
cool.
this organization. It's
Yeah.
all. If I need T-shirts, they send them. and then we
So
sell
y'all
them,
can pump that
and
money
all that money goes
right
right
to
back
veterans.
into veterans. Yeah, exactly.
It's
That
just
is
building.
freaking
It's
awesome.
not nothing coming out.
Yeah, I'm getting notification now. We've already raised over $450.
Nice.
In 2 days.
Today. 1 day.
Oh,
One
one
day.
day.
24
Today.
hours.
That is awesome.
That's cool, man. And you know what we got to do? We got to get your QR code on the T-shirts
Oh yeah.
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 because a lot of people just be like, "What is that?" And just scan me.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
take out your phone and scan
Take
this.
a picture
sure.
of me.
For
You
sure.
know, so that would be something really cool to put on there.
Yeah. Well, Cody
I'll
said
get
we're
them,
going to put
whoever
it on
asks
the,
them, whoever makes the T-shirts, get them throw that on there.
Heck
Yeah. Yeah.
Put your QR
Give-
code on there.
Yeah.
That way,
Well-
your T-shirts are for your QR code on here.
Cody said we're going to put the QR code on the podcast website. I'll have it up in the shop.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll plaster it around. And when the weather gets warmer, people recover from Christmas. Maybe we can do a parking lot party or some kind of fundraiser or
Heck
crawfish
yeah.
boil
Yeah.
or some kind of something.
Yeah, that
We'll
would
get
be
the word
outstanding.
out.
Yeah,
I got a lot of
Party
I got a lot of
here.
hot dogs.
Okay, hell yeah, and that but that'll give time to get it up and running and get the word out and get people involved.
Yeah, because probably 70% of my clientele,
Right.
if not more, is current or former military
Yeah.
at the burger joint. So
And it's a huge sacrifice to put your life on hold, ask your family to stay behind while you go and do this and that, and,
Right.
for all of us.
yeah,
And
Definitely.
regardless of the politics, regardless of how you feel about this, that, one thing or the other, man, these men and women need our help. They need our support.
oh definitely, yeah.
Give them the hope back.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Damn, man, I'm really glad you got involved. It's kind of neat how organic that happened. I mean, she's been coming in there for years. She had no idea. She had no idea you were a veteran, and then all of a sudden,
He's doing big things.
power of prayer, whatever you want to call it,
He's
Yeah,
riding.
man, I'm a hard
connections are
charger.
made.
He's riding the wave, man. That's what he says. He's riding the wave.
Well, Josh, you have any final thoughts before we wrap this
Man,
up?
I'm just excited to have met John and his wife or secretary, however you want to look at it.
Man, life manager.
Take
Life
the photo.
manager, right? And don't want to leave her out. I know she sacrificed a lot too.
Angie, thank you so much.
And Angie, Miss
Appreciate
Angie, I appreciate everything. Mr. John, I appreciate you. I'm glad to find another friend here locally,
Yes.
and that's what it's about, is trying to help local people. And Lee is a big advocate of that, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave myself, as I'm glad we got this conversation.
Well, I'm gonna give John the final word here, but I want to say before we go that years ago we broadcast through some hurricanes and helped some people out, and I decided I never wanted to have another job again where it didn't help people if I couldn't be of service to other people, and I feel like this podcast has done a whole lot of that, and so I'm very proud of that. And again, John, thank you so much for coming in, bringing your lovely wife with you. Man, it's a pleasure to have met both of you guys, and y'all are always welcome, even if it's to come by and have some bad Cody's coffee. I mean, y'all can
man.
always bring some good coffee with you if you want, but
Y'all need anything, don't hesitate to reach out.
yeah. Well, John, we'll give you the final word, man, as the guest. Anything you'd like to tell everybody or wrap this up, a final word?
All right, I just want to say you can come down and visit me anytime, me or my wife at Back to Nature. We open the shop Monday through Friday. If any veterans need to talk, got stuff that you think people may not understand, you can come down and talk to me. I'm sure I'm a sponge.
What time do y'all open?
6:30.
Okay, wow. Okay,
Yeah, I'm there at 6.
there you go.
Nice.
Come
So
meet me.
I
everybody,
didn't realize y'all opened that early.
Oh yeah. I love making coffee early in
If
the
I
morning.
got
It's
up
wonderful.
earlier, I could swing by in time. But usually I'm doing 80 to get here.
Okay, I want to leave with this phrase. I'm a big leadership person. I may not be in that much of a leadership role, as a barista right now, but I did take ownership of it. I do. I love it to death. Even the herbal side of it. But leadership isn't about being a hero. It's creating a team of heroes. Surround yourself with excellence. And ride the wave. you know, of
I like
life.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a good saying.
The man upstairs is going to provide the way.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
And do work for something that you love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you got a passion for it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like whatever work you do, it's your ministry. You know, even my chair, I always think of that. It's just like, you know, and when you ask God to be used, your hands, your voice, whatever you do, you can be of service.
That's right.
In some way.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good talk tonight, guys. I really
John, thank
appreciate
you
it.
so
Thank y'all
much,
for
man.
having
This
me.
was
so much
awesome.
for coming.
Thank y'all
yes.
for allowing me to share.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I've opened up a lot on here. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
hopefully, once you get this kind of up and running and get your legs
I'm 2
underneath you,
days in.
right? You're 2 days in. So when you get this thing up and running, we'll have you back and we'll really do a
Oh yeah, I can
deep
bring
dive
Luis
into
in.
that. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be cool.
that would be
Oh,
really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And we'll help you get it up and running, man. If you
Yeah.
need space, if you need airtime, if you need, just
I
let
got
us
space
know.
for t-shirts too. I could put some for sale.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
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 That'd be
All
cool,
right,
brother.
that'll happen.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all very
Nice
much.
meeting you guys.
anytime.
Very cool.
Thank you,
We are-
everybody.
We are definitely doing this again. And again, thank you guys for tuning in once again to Leesville Tattoos and Views. Till the next time, we'll see ya.
Whoop, whoop,
Felt
whoop.
good to